We got it right. The headlines don't lie. I'm not sure if you would cover a picture from another tabloid, but disarmed the city. I know what I inherited when I came to New York as the mayor, when I became the mayor. And when you take almost 23,000 illegal guns off our streets, that's a real plan. When you partner with the DAs to bring down dangerous gangs, that's a real plan. When you fund them properly, that's a real plan. And when you look at our summer youth employment, 100,000, summer rising program, over 100,000, what we're doing around Saturday night lights to take children off the streets, our universal after school program. I mean, these are real plans that are proactive and reactive. And those are the plans that we must be rolling out, and not just these, idealistic plans that we just shoot from the hip that because it sounds good and we're running for office. What I ran on, I delivered.
Mayor, why are we here today?
Graduation, large number of graduates are graduating from New York City Police Department. This is where it's all started.
I do hereby pledge and declare that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the position of police officer in the New York City Police Department, according to the best of my ability, so help me God. Congratulations.
Representing 41 countries and speaking 39 different languages. You come from every borough and from countries and communities around the world. You were born in places as close as the Bronx and as far away as South Korea. From the mountains of Nepal to the streets of Santo Domingo. From Bangladesh, Ghana, and the Philippines to Poland, Jamaica, and Colombia. From Haiti, from Egypt, from China. On behalf of the entire NYPD, let me be the very first to say congratulations on this incredible achievement.
Thank you, Commissioner Tisch. It's now my pleasure to introduce the Mayor of the City of New York, the Honorable Eric Adams.
I believe this headline says it all. Disarm. Disarm. I realize how much 22 years can do to you. And so as many of you are now graduating, I'm going to ask you not to make the mistake that I made. As you deal with the ups and downs of this job and some of the trauma that comes with it, do not suppress it. Do not hold it in. We have entities in the department and in the city that are here for you. This is a full circle moment for me. 1984, who would have thought, sitting there as a rookie cop, that I would one day go from being a worker in the mailroom to being a police officer, a captain, and now to be the mayor of the city of New York. That is what's waiting for you.
Mayor Adams will present this award to Police Officer Sean Geary.
I think about this going home, folks. Off duty, you never off duty as a cop. Taking that training, responding, not stopping, having his young baby still with his family. You cannot pay that. Not only about running in buildings, going after people with guns, it's about just making sure that our children and families are safe. Say a few words here.
here in BK in Brooklyn. This is an older adult center I've visited often. Great turnout, very active, large Caribbean base. This is part of our adult town halls. Get to speak one-on-one with people. Look forward to it.
And here he is, none other than our mayor in his 27th town hall.
Thank you. Thanks so much. This is number 27.
27.
How many did we do? With 27, how many? Who knows the number? You know, Mark? Like 38 other town halls. We're going to give out magnets to put in the fridge. And also these money in your pockets and more. We're going to talk about this a little later. First of all, it's good to be back here. Yeah. You know, I knew you as a state senator. I knew you as the borough president. And in fact, even back when I was a police officer, this not only this church, but this older adult center, I know so well. When you looked at where we were, 2.5 years later, and if you want to say 3, we'll give you even 3. What did we accomplish? More jobs are in New York in the city's history. More small businesses in the city history. We're paying the college tuition of foster care children, giving them life coaches until they're 21 years old. We built more housing in individual years in the history of the city. Moved more people out of shelters into permanent housing in individual years in the history of the city. More people are participating in our theft voucher program for housing in the history of the city. Paying off medical debt. Put $30 billion back into the pockets of working class people. Low-income New Yorkers no longer pay income taxes now in this city. We removed income taxes. Increased the amount for individuals who are using Metro cards, what we call reduced fare Metro card program. We have increased that. Built senior housing. Many people talk about it all the time. Passed the most comprehensive housing reform in the history of the city so we can have more housing in the city. Bond raters who do an analysis of how well you run cities looked at our city and raised our bond because how we manage crisis after crisis after crisis. We took almost 23,000 illegal guns off the street. We had the lowest number of shootings and homicides in the first 6 months of this year in the history of the city, and the 7th month, the lowest number of shooters and victims of shootings in the history of the city. Transit this month has the lowest amount of crime in the recorded history of the city. 4.6 million riders, 4.6 million. Only 5 felonies a day. We want to get rid of those 5, but think about that number, 4.6 million. And because I fought to tell Washington they were wrong for having a porous border and having 4,000 migrants and asylum seekers come to our city a week, 16,000 a month at the highest level. And we had to food, feed, housing, clothes. We couldn't stop the buses from coming in. We couldn't even allow people to work like many of you and my family did to provide for ourselves. The federal government said you can't even allow them to work. I couldn't even allow them to volunteer and give them a stipend. They wanted to, a group of them came to me and said, hey, we would like to remove graffiti and do other things to show that we're happy to be here in the country. The federal government said you cannot do that. And because I had the audacity to say this is wrong, this should not be happening to us, it's costing us $7.7 billion. $7.7 billion with a B. I got hit hard. And let me tell you something. These last 15 months has been the hardest 15 months of my life. And I'm talking about as a police officer being shot at. I'm talking about living on the verge of homelessness. I'm talking about struggling with dyslexia. I'm talking about the struggles that I had. I never had a 15 months as hard as this. Because I saw all that I built up get destroyed. God uses who he uses, and I'm a child of God. And you don't know where your blessings come from. And all of you know that. Because at one time in your life, God used someone you didn't even expect where to come from. So I don't care who comes and give me the blessing that God gave me. God uses when he uses when I was losing my sight with diabetes. And the doctor came into my life and told me how to reverse it. God uses who he uses. When someone shot out my car window as a sergeant. God uses who he uses when families came to put food on our back porches when we were children. God has always used who he used when he is taking care of one of his children of God. God uses who he uses. And I'm not going to curse God, I'm going to thank God for using everyone who has been in my life that allowed me to come on this journey to be the second mayor of color in the greatest city on the globe. And I'm happy to continue to do that job. So why don't we open up to some questions? It's good to be back here. And I know you are good and hard on your questions, so feel free.
Here in Harlem, to really dispel the myths and rumors about Legionnaire's disease, we're starting to receive calls from people who stated that they shook hands with someone so that they contract the disease by shaking hands. We want to come up here with just very simple explanations. It's not contagious. We're finding that it's coming from the cooling towers. It's not in your plumbing or your piping. You can take baths, you can drink water. We are making sure people have all the basic information. Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, they have also been out here with us, speaking with everyday Harlemites and sharing the information. If you are feeling symptoms, fever-like symptoms, flu-like symptoms, get in contact with your medical professional to get checked and diagnosed to find out if you have Legionnaire's disease or not. That's very important to do. The city conducted inspections of all the buildings that were in the contact area, and we're telling the building owners to also make sure they do inspections. Any area that we identified Legionnaire's disease, you have 24 hours to do remediation. Legionnaire's, you want this information? Legionnaire's, so you'll know what to share with family, okay? We have full cooperation from all the buildings that we have identified, and we're making sure the remediations are taking place. Hi, brother. How are you, man? How you doing, brother? See you. One man? Okay. Have a good day, all right? All right, man. All right.
What are you doing for the shelter system in New York
Okay,
City?
first I'm gonna give you a Legionnaire flyer, okay?
Okay.
So that you can inform your people, about Legionnaire. I'll come up there and meet with you, and we'll sit down and walk through the building together.
Because
I'm
I
gonna
want
give
you
you
to
mine.
stick to your role.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you mine.
There's a lot of things that's going on that I can't even begin to speak
What are you
on.
gonna talk about?
To speak.
I mean, I cannot tell you. They used to do so much. That's an organization that people don't know about.
That's right.
You know that?
Will it be affordable housing for low-income people?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So important. A lot of people are talking about affordable housing, but they don't have any real ways of doing it. When you're doing a real analysis of what we have done in housing, we broke records.
And I stand by him all the time. What he's doing for New York, So if that's his number and he's going to show up to where we're at, things are going to get moving for us.
How are you, man? I'm going to give you this on Legionnaires, all right? Okay. Girl, what's your name?
Noah,
Noah? Wow, that's a powerful name.
why does the water not work?
The water? Where? In your building? It should be working.
But our building working, maybe your school building not working.
School building. Got it, but you should be working in the school building. You know what the name of the school? What is the school?
Promise Academy.
Promise Academy. Charter, that's a charter school, right? Okay, well, why don't we check it out? We get by there and take a look at it, all right? TJ, give it to Mommy. Alani. All right, so Mom is going to give us information. We can come by and check it out, all right? Alani.
Want me to get in there too?
Yes, you can.
Don't do anything about it. They say he's an adult.
He said what?
He's an adult.
No, that's not true. Where's my DOHMH? Oh, you have one? You have it.
All the time. Keep it up, brother. Keep it up. We love you. We love you.
You ever want to fly in? You know, we want to make people out of fools. When you're a big time leader, I can say I knew you when you were a little one.
Right. And this one too.
What else you want right here? Because I think you're going to fix the city. So I want to give you a tool to get started.
I love that. You said, I think you're going to fix the city, so I gave you a screwdriver.
You're going to see all the bits in the bottom.
See that? I spent 4 years turning around this city. What did he do in 4 years? Exactly. Rocky, man. Rocky, man. Hey, my brother. Hello, how are you?
He's in Harlem where the Legionnaires is an uptick. But the good thing is he's here. And for us, it's important. Am I right? That's right. Yes, we're glad you showed up. You didn't send a message. You are the message, and you came and you delivered the message. So we love you for that. Thank you.